Probably this may be my first and last slide. So good news that I don't have more than 4 slides, but I'm going to talk not more than an hour, but I would like to end up with, in 10 minutes, am I right? 10 minutes, because by profession I am a lecturer, and 3 decades I've spent in the classrooms addressing UG and PG students, teaching math and stat. But anyway, you need not afraid me on that. So I'm here to represent within the course innovation listed by CMS and CEI, and I'm not very much sure whether it is innovation or not. But personally I feel an innovation. If you agree on that, I think I'll also be happy that it can be listed under innovation. So what I'm talking is regarding the youth. Youth, their miseries in one class of youth, that is educated youth. So I being myself a professor teaching the youth over 3 decades, so I could see many things from the very close angle, and it is a long journey as a student for myself. So one day what happened in 2005, so I'll just in 2-3 minutes I'll explain what is how we could define the problem some 8 years back. So in 2005, one girl student walked into my chamber, and unfortunately, I'm a lay counselor, not a very professional. So by practice, working with students for many, many years. So she walked into my room and I asked her to take a seat. She said, "No, sir," with all the shy. "No, sir." Then I said, "Okay, what is your problem?" Said, "Sir, I'm from a rural place." "Okay, no problem. Take your seat." "No, sir, I'm a graduate." "Oh, that is good. Congrats. Take your seat." "No, sir, I'm from a very economically challenged family." "Okay, no problem. Take your seat." "No, sir, I'm educated in Kannada vernacular medium." "No, sir, I'm a graduate in arts." So, if people are here from rural India, so how the youth who are graduated in arts from a typical state university in India, I think I need not explain. "I'm arts graduate." "No problem, it's good. Take your seat." "No, sir, I'm a girl. I know that." It is enough. At the end, "Yes, lady, why you come here? What service I can impart to you?" She said, "I need a job." "Sir, one more thing I have forgotten. I'm just a second class graduate. 50%. "Oh, good. Take your seat." "No, sir." "Then what do you want?" "I need a job. I need a job I'm a graduate, number one. Second one is, it is a necessity of the family. So the family depend on the first time graduate in their entire family. First time graduate. Somehow she could finish her graduation, and with all the things known for the system of education in the state universities or typical block areas, then I could not find a solution for her, in fact. That is a very unfortunate day in my life as a counselor. But it triggered a mission called Graduate Finishing School, which you are now claiming as a somewhat an answer for these kind of things. Then what we tried with all our friends in Vidya Poshak. So why not we find an answer for this? Then we started inviting some youth. Whoever walked into our room for counseling, we said, "Why don't you work with us? You come in the morning at 10 o'clock, they are graduates and they don't have employment and there is necessity to earn money for their families." We said, "Why don't you come at 10 o'clock, sit in our office with all the guys in the office. You work on the computer, you work on the internet, you learn language, you know how to talk, or you know accounts, or whatever we do in the office. You can term it whatever skills or whatever skills for work." Then we could find that within a year, 4 boys and girls And we didn't plan. Actually, we asked them to be there in our office at 10 o'clock, and 5 o'clock they used to walk out. At the end of 3 or 4 months, when they started applying for jobs, they got it. I said, that is something high here. That means something high, kuch to kuch high either. That means there is something here. Then we thought, so how we such, maybe in the next few months, we replicated the same idea with the 20 young guys and gals who got the job. And without any planning and no organized efforts, just an idea, be with us from 10 to 5, and that made 20 guys to get the jobs. And it made a lot of difference for them, but not for our organized effort. Then we started with a survey, because then all that non-state or organized efforts, mission, vision, and so on, that all started later. But the seeds were already sown in. Then we went to the local university in Hubli Dharwad, the Karnataka University, catering to some 8 districts of northern Karnataka, wherein in 2006, there were near 25,000 graduates in arts, science, commerce, management, the degree holders. And the survey revealed that 40% of them will go for higher education, another 20% will go back to their homes or for their family, jobs, and what about the another 40%? That means 40% of 25,000, that made 10,000. So 10,000 students, estimated students, were clueless regarding their career. Neither the gates were open for higher education or for the employment. So what is the question for these 10,000 students? Said, yes, as far as organization is concerned, yes, problem definition, there is a need. All that, no, any other efforts, organized efforts need these kind of things, and is not a great thing. So we could see that 10,000 students from one typical state university in India can be a youth have this problem. Then you multiply with 1,000 universities in India or elsewhere in the third world countries, undeveloped or developing countries. Okay, before that we visited at least a dozen of industries in the service sector, because we didn't have a skill for technology. So we started with the service organizations, wherein in South India we contacted some dozens of industries, what they wanted, listed, came with curriculum and all that. Before that, I would like to also bring to your notice that if you refer to 2012 Team Lease Bangalore statistics, in Karnataka, only 7% of the graduates produced overall have got an employment or the way for earning for their families. Only 7% out of 100 produced in Karnataka. So you see the magnitude for the entire India or elsewhere. So with these, so when we started on these things, then we said how we can bring a transformation in the students. The fundamentals were always same. Whether you go 1,000 years back or maybe next 1,000 years ahead, the transformation parameters need not be innovative, but the process which are implemented with which results. So result for development, result for employment, ROE I can say. So wherein, for example, the industry said, we want guys, okay, we teach all those skills. So if you want English or if you want computers, we can teach, no problem. We can train them. But can you bring a guy who can work happily for 10 hours a day? And you know what the challenge? In most of the arts, commerce colleges, because unfortunately or fortunately I am a teacher, okay? So on an average, 4 hours in the campus and 2 hours in the classroom. So no, and science students little bit, I think they are better. So if I see, I would like to, because I am a teacher and if many of you may agree on that. So if a teacher announces there is an extra period, the 5th period, you see the faces. Camera should be kept off. So long faces and cursing all the teachers. So this 5th period and 6th period, I think extra will lead to some suicides also, possibly. Then the challenge was how we can make these young guys work happily for 10 hours. So we started a school, and so these are the process innovations, or you can say the thinking. I don't want to use the word innovation, it's too big a word. But as if the results, yes, we can call it as innovation. So we started asking the students to come or step into the school at 8 o'clock in the morning with the breakfast arranged in the campus. 8 o'clock. Then they have to leave campus at 7 o'clock in the evening. And cameras were working in all the campuses. So a feedback, simple feedback, hey guy, your face is long at 2 o'clock this afternoon. So we build peer-to-peer feedback. So how, see, it is important that you retain energy at hot afternoon 2 o'clock or maybe later 7 o'clock in the evening. And how we could do this is the belief. See, what we are doing in the graduate fencing school, I think only you have to come and see there. But I can see there's just philosophical background behind that. There is a potential. There is all the great personalities of this world, I have already said. There is a great hidden potential in everybody, and everybody agrees on that. So how we can bring that potential outside? The effort has not been made, unfortunately, by the system or the university systems in many cases. So what the graduate fencing school do, for example, how we can make the guy work for 10 hours is an idea, and work happily. So that was really a challenge in the first and second batch, but somehow we have mastered. And I cannot express that in the words because it is a process details, and I think you can go through a website, lot of YouTube material and other things, and can contact us on that. That is one. The second thing is, so the how it works is on identification. That is how the CEI also works, the identification. Then comes, once you identify the youth is disadvantaged. And in India, you know, English is no more a language, but it is also makes a difference in social and economical terms, unfortunately. Whether we are willing or not, or without much debate. So the English makes a difference in social and economical angles. So we need to incorporate that as a language skills, and 10 hours a day gives a lot of scope for the change that brings. So you identify the youth who are very unfortunate and where there is no road for their career, bring them to the school through advertisements or networking in the rural area. So the youth who are joining are the young graduates in arts, commerce and science with hardly any grading, with any good marks in the, or you can say that these are the graduates which are left out by the system. And the hope is the graduate fencing school, wherein so far we have trained more than 1,500 students through 4 schools. We started this mission in 2007 in Dharwad. Then we said, oh, Dharwad is a little bit urban area, and why don't we try this in Gulbarga? Because Gulbarga is comparable to the most backward, educationally backward district in India. So we successfully tried in Gulbarga, then extended to Mysore, and now it is Shivamoga. So it caters to the needs of hardly 400 plus students in a year. But the need is almost 1,000 times of this. So where we have stuck up in the graduate fencing school is, although we have replicated the school in 3 places, so my friends here in the state and non-state education leaders here, we have stuck up in replicating or bringing the scale. We have replicated in 3 places, but we are looking for, we means, as our friend said here, we means you, we all together. So it is a mission. How we can, probably this may be the state of affairs in almost all the states of India, wherein I call upon all my friends here, see how we can, and Vidya Poshak is a non-profit, we don't want any money or any profits out of that, only thing that how this successful machine over last 6 years, which has already established. So we'll pass on all the technology, train the manpower, and it costs nothing, but the only condition is that we require a missionary, maybe under profit or non-profit sector. So we're open in the way that how we can reach out to more and more youth. So that is the question. So regarding just one or two, if I can take inside the school, for example, it could be a public speech, or it would be a teaching in some language, confidence building. So often youth will come, sir, I don't have any confidence and how we can talk. Then I said, I too don't know about it, but you come here 10 times and 11th time let us see, then we'll talk, we'll find an answer. So 10 times he or she has to come here, address some 50 people, and 11th time we will find an answer. So by the time they practice it 10 times, there will not be any question. So most of our practices, most of our solutions, either for confidence building or language skills or technology, which is required by the industry, is through practice sessions. So that way I say it is not that very great and unique effort, but as far as results are concerned, this should have been done by anybody, any XYZ person, wherein even the government also is putting millions and millions of rupees in skill development and the direction of India, because we are the largest youth population. So this being the case, I think we need to take more and more and grow out of this mission. Thank you. And I am Raghavendra Tikot, founder, member of Vidya Poshak. Basically, I am a teacher, I am a master's in statistics and computer applications, teaching undergraduates and PG students for stat and mathematics and computer applications. And I co-founded this in 2001. And that's the story. Thank you.